Now, here's the MLB Bro TV show, the best from MLBBro.com with Rob Parker. Let's go.
Sponsored by Hidden Soul. For the most exclusive kicks on the planet, go to hiddensoul.com. Welcome to the weekend. There were so many great stories on MLBBro.com this past week. In case you missed some, we'll take a look back. Let's start here. The Gambler gives us his 2 cents on whether White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson is getting his full respect.
This is the Gambler here with my 2 cents on Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim TA7 Anderson. Tim Anderson is a former batting champion. He's in his 3rd consecutive season of batting over 300, and he's also hit double-digit homers from the leadoff spot in 5 consecutive seasons. In addition to that, Tim TA7 Anderson, he's always among the league leaders in stolen bases. The American League's premier shortstop is also holding it down for one of the best teams in baseball, the Chicago White Sox. Tim Anderson's been able to lead this team with a 76-year-old manager in Tony La Russa, who many people said wouldn't mix and mesh with Anderson's swag or the new age MLB ball players he was sent to lead. But Tim Anderson set the tone early. He said he would fully respect his manager, but he would not change his game. After they came to that agreement, the love of baseball has done the rest.
On Debatable with Mark Gray, he speaks with Bob Kendrick from the Negro League Museum in Kansas City.
Honored and privileged to be joined today by Bob Kendrick, the president of the Negro League Baseball Museum, whose rise and appreciation for Black culture, legacy, etc. How has that impacted the remembrance of the Negro League?
Oh, I think it's had a tremendous impact. And I think the work, Mark, that we've been doing over the last 3 decades have also had a tremendous impact. But what you alluded to, particularly as it relates to Black Lives Matter and I think the social conscience that has really kind of awakened in our country after the George Floyd murder, really kind of steered people toward the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. And they were turning to us for thought leadership. And I guess if I was going to take any solace out of that heinous episode that we all witnessed, was the fact that people did look and they recognized that this museum, at its crux, is a social justice museum. It is a civil rights museum.
Every Wednesday, you need to check out the MLB Bro Show podcast mixtape with the Gambler, D-Grub, and Crit.
Welcome to another episode of the MLB Bro Show podcast. It's going down like Lizzo on the elevator. Yes, it's your comprehensive mixtape mention of the top Black and brown players in MLB for this week. Keeping history intact and highlighting the future of Black baseball is our purpose. So mind my brushback pitch is just how we get down. Starting with the rundown.
This is the rundown. Stay 10 toes, baby. Don't let your team get taken out the game.
Baltimore Orioles outfielder Cedric Mullins continues to be hot. He's 9th in the league in batting as of Tuesday at .333. This little guy is going crazy. He came out of nowhere, once known as a bunt master, now known as a true everyday center fielder, and the only bright spot, it seems, for the Baltimore Orioles, Byron Buxton. Wow, hitting close to 400 with 9 homers, which as of Tuesday was good for 2nd in the league, and slugging a whopping .840 entering Tuesday. He's doing MVP things right now, and this is his coming out year in huge fashion.
San Francisco Giants outfielder Lamont Wade Jr. was this week's homeboy. Coming into Sunday in his previous 7 games, Wade Jr. was swinging a hot bat, batting .316, going 6 for 19 with 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. Saturday was a special day. Wade Jr. hit a home run with his mother in attendance in San Francisco. The first place Giants continue to win thanks to the hot bat of Wade Jr. That's why he's this week's homeboy. Rachel Hill introduced us to Cleveland's new interim manager, DeMarlo Hale.
Baseball has been lacking when it comes to the hiring of black managers. So the Cleveland Guardians naming DeMarlo Hale as an interim manager is a win for everybody, stepping in for Terry Francona, who stepped down due to numerous health issues. And this is an excellent opportunity for him because he is now the third black manager in Major League Baseball alongside Dusty Baker and Dave Roberts. Hale is 60 years old. He is a Chicago native. He attended at HBCU, Southern University, and played in the minor leagues from 1983 to 1988 for the Boston Red Sox and Oakland Athletics. And he never made it to the majors after being drafted in the 17th round by Boston in 1983, but he is well respected around the league and is the definition of a baseball lifer, winning Minor League Manager of the Year in 1995. Francona endorsed Hale by saying, DeMarlo is tremendous at what he does and he will be just fine, and there isn't a better person to replace him. He served as Francona's bench coach in Boston from 2006 to 2011, winning a World Series in 2007. Hale possesses the skills, the fortitude, and the ability. He just needed a chance to prove it, and now he will have it. Hopefully next year, he will be announced as a manager for a Major League Baseball team. Maybe even the Guardians.
Finally, Malik Wright takes a look at the versatile Mookie Betts.
Not only is Dodgers outfielder Mookie Betts the most versatile player in baseball, he may be the best athlete we have in all the sports. I'm Malik Wright, and here's my 2 cents. This past Sunday, for just the third time in his Dodgers career, Mookie got the start at second base. They're playing on the Arizona AstroTurf, and he's fresh off the IL, so manager Dave Roberts wanted him to take some pressure off his knees. Now, Betts is one of the greatest outfielders of this generation. 5 Gold Gloves during his time in right field, and he has done it in both leagues, the American and National League. But he's no complete stranger to second base. He made 230 starts at the position during his time in the minor league. It took no time for Mookie to answer the questions on whether rust would be a factor for him or not. He made an amazing over-the-shoulder catch in the first inning of Sunday's game. One that definitely being an outfielder helps you make, and one that most infielders won't be able to get to. Now, it's no doubt, Mookie's made some of the greatest plays we've seen in baseball history and postseason history during his time in the outfield. But we've also seen him get off the field, bowl perfect games, dunk a basketball, and be able to moss anybody on a football field. Now, regardless of what position we see Mookie at, we know he's going to bring his A game, especially when we reach the postseason. And the Dodgers are going to need it, as they got a tough pennant chase race on the way. This is Malik Wright with my 2 cents for MLBBro.com.
That's our show for this week. I'm Rob Parker. We'll see you again next weekend. And all week long, check in on MLBBro.com for the best coverage of black and brown major leaguers.